All right, welcome in to Speed Gaming 5 for a co-op Retrance race, daily randomizer race. I am Coast, joined today by Jake. Jake, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderfully. How about yourself?
Oh, can't complain. We're getting ready for Christmas, and we get to watch pretty good mode, Retrance, with two of the best, Furious Magic and Koi. Going to be our streams today.
Very exciting race ahead of us.
Also, shout out to Lady Laura, clicking buttons behind the scene, making sure everything's tracked and good to go. Should be getting started here in just a minute or two, but let's go over the rules today for Retrance, for those of you that are new to Retrance. So, a couple things is we're going to have a fighter sword, short start. That's going to be big key, cross keys, universal small keys, which means small keys work in every dungeon. And then arrows cost rupees to use instead of using ammo. See a few different starts here. Furious heading into Smith's and Mountain Cave. So at the beginning here, we're going to see a lot of checking loading zones with these entrances shuffled. We'll see where everyone wants to head first. It's like Koi opting to fake flipper here.
Did find bombs in Link's house, which is very nice.
Always useful to have on hand. Find a bombable wall, good to go.
That maze race wall we just saw.
Thieves Town today is at the Witch's Hut. So we're going to get to see a few checks here from Koi.
The first floor.
Mm-hmm. And like we said, those big keys are shuffled, so I'm going to have to find them, but any small key we find can be used in any dungeon. So there are a few that we need.
Found in their respective dungeons?
Sorry, say that again.
Are these small keys still found in their respective dungeons?
I believe small keys are... I'm actually not 100% sure.
If so, then
we'll have to see.
Meyer are gold mines. Homemade beer saying no.
Yes. Extra items as well in each of the dungeons. By choosing a death warp, while Furious Magic sees what's down here. Up. Not the entrance we're looking for.
This is not the entrance you are looking for.
Need a big key there on the ledge. So once we find the other side, it'll be good to know. Hype cave, but no bombs here, unfortunately. The map to Misery Mire.
One of those unfortunate times where you don't have bombs.
Good open here. C3 bombs. Always unfortunate when you get them right after you need them.
Before getting the 2 checks in the Uncle area.
I think we're going to see Furious Magic taking a look at some of the loading zones that Koi's looked at, as Koi seems to be setting up a Houlihan. Always something you see more, especially in Retrance, with the ability to buy keys and the cost for firing arrows. Rupees a little bit more intense beyond just your normal needs, your Zoras, your getting into pods, etc.
Furious Magic going into that Thieves' Town to go get those first 4 checks, which we do know are not very much besides a small key.
Oh, looks like the castle is Hookshot Cave. Nice 4 items once you get the hookshot. Good to know. And just green rupees on the tree pool. Unfortunate. We're going to save and quit. See where he goes here. Sanctuary starts.
The game is still very, very open right now. Still lots of entrances to check.
Yeah, and you never know which one's going to be the entrance you need. Always good to find multiple check entrances, like Thieves' Town, like Koi's going to find here in a little bit with Hype Cave, which we'll actually get to see the back of.
And that cave will have some goodies for us.
Yeah, I mean, there's always entrances to find, but yeah, definitely a barren start to the seed. And here we are. Gotta see the back. First he gets that map to Misery Mire. All Furious heads to see Uncle.
Still barren.
Yeah, just Cash and Hype Cave. Again, Cash, very useful to have. You saw Koi with the Hula Hand earlier. But not exactly what we're looking for yet.
When he does find that other area, the race game building, whatever that's called, he can bomb the wall there and go check another entrance as well.
It's very true. It was up here somewhere, I believe, in Kakariko. Wow, Furious Magic also doing a quick Hula Hand. Looks like they're both clearing checks. The other one's already seen, but again, we're going to get to see a little bit extra on Koi's side, already having those bombs. Oh, also Chicken Hut. With a nice chicken clip.
I'd love to see it.
Always love a good chicken clip. Now, this is an entrance I always tend to forget in Retrance when I'm not paying too close attention. There's a lot of those little ones kind of hiding around.
That's a building I sometimes use in my normal runs, but I don't want to fork up the money for bombs.
Yeah, nice 1-for-4 trade. Actually. Furious Magic going to the back. Going to be a little disappointed finding just money, but and a little bit of love.
Leaves us with the more obscure areas for the entrances.
For sure. Well, you got to get that big key we saw on the ledge of a race game. See what big key we have to start. Never mind. Entrance shuffle. Bringing us out of Tower of Hera. Not the first time and not the last time I'll make that mistake, I'm sure, but yes. Now we're going to see a little bit of the mountain here from Koi. Quite a few entrances to check here as well.
Oh, back of skull. One check here. It's important to know where that boss is now.
Yes, indeed. Definitely an interesting spot. Got to remember the connector there. bringing us out at the top of the mountain. I guess anywhere on the mountain will do.
We say once we find a fire source, we could kill the moth with a fire rod.
Yeah, one fire rod away, and we could already be one pendant or crystal down. Getting map compass shuffle here.
What dark room are we in?
Koi's trying to figure that out. Hammer in the drop down. Now, which drop down was that? I didn't quite see it. Bring him back out. I believe Koi is rescuing the old man. Quite a nice spot for the old man to be honest.
A lot nicer than it can be.
That's for sure. Furious buying a few keys there. Koi gonna follow suit, buy a key. Also purchasing a quiver, now having the ability to fire arrows once they find that bow.
Wondering what that was.
Yep, they don't let you get off easy, you know? You still gotta pay to start with the bow, so... Koi going for the cutscene heart refill.
Mulberm Cave.
Definitely a nice find here from Furious Magic. Again, nothing much but that that hammer so far.
That Mulberm being very aggressive. Oh, there's the Master Sword.
Oh. Wow.
Good
start to mini Moldorm, yeah. Right, some bombs and an extra heart there as well.
Not very. I don't think they've found any like heart pieces. It's all containers right now.
Yeah, lots of containers. I think maybe I've seen one or two, but not much beyond that. You're right. Koi gets spat out here at the top of Lake Hylia. There's 300 rupees on the floating island. You may see them pick that up.
Especially with how valuable rupees can be in this seed.
For sure. Another 300 rupees in a mushroom spot. Koi finds Smith, south of Dark Worlds.
Into the eastern area, and oh, we're on Laser Bridge.
Quick 4 checks if you have a confident laser skip, which Furious does. Definitely a room where I have died quite a bit.
There's a Skullwood's big. Might never be useful.
Yeah, one of the less useful big keys. Oh,
there's a more useful.
Much more useful. See, Furious Magic gonna go up. Now having that Cane of Samaria that they picked up in Mini Moldorm Cave. Get a few more checks out of Turtle Rock here. Again, with the Universal Small Keys, it does mean much, and the Map Compass Shuffle, does mean there are many more items.
Koi makes their way into pod.
Another good number of checks here.
Only 2 small keys, though.
Yeah, he uses that second one. Looks like getting the 2 checks, or 3 checks, sorry, that are over here on the right.
And we'll probably do hammer jump. Oh, there's a mirror.
It's a good start to this pod. This Furious finds Magic Bat. Funnily enough, able to fake powder, yeah. Very Yeah, Homemade Beer making a good point here. Yeah, finding pod with only 2 small keys. Definitely a dungeon that requires 4 small keys in some. But Koi gonna do a couple. Looks like gonna do the bomb jump here, like you said. No big key yet, so doing this for the 2 checks in the Dark Maze.
There's a bottle for Sick Kid if we ever find him.
It's definitely a nice find. Always good to see a nice blue goo in a bottle.
Especially with health and magic right now.
Furious Magic finding the bottom of Paradox Cave. And seeing that there was nothing but bombs on the Lumberjack Ledge, so no need to kill Aga for that.
Ooh! Big.
Very nice find from Koi on limited checks. Looks like that was in Sahasrala's hut, so I don't expect Furious to miss that for too long, which is nice.
Not like the last one we calmed on.
Yeah, unfortunately in our Monday race, one of the restreamers was without boots at Uncle for the entirety of the race. It was unfortunate to say the least.
Is that a current jump we just saw?
It was. Furious Magic choosing to current jump to bring the mushroom over. Then a save and quit. Still need to find the entrance to the inside of the witch's hut to be able to claim that.
It's a very convenient order, though, getting the mushroom, then going to be able to fake powder, and then giving them the mushroom before you found the witch's hut entrance.
Really an efficient use there from Furious Magic. Wow, another good drop down with that hammer that they found. Being able to check the back of escape here.
Something of dry.
Just more rupees, yeah. Again, good to see the rupees front-loaded a little bit here for them, but
they are going to spend the key to go into Dark Cross. Can't they get all the checks from Escape, actually?
I believe they can go all the way through. I believe they can. This is one long connector.
So I actually like it a lot more then.
Yeah, Q making a good point as well. Koi choosing not to potion glitch pod for the extra 2 checks.
Oh, GT.
Well, when you talk about a good number of checks, GT definitely has a few. Let's see how many Koi can get here.
I'm
Small
not
key.
sure how many are available with very limited inventory.
Able to check torch, but no hammer, so we'll be stuck after that.
Tile room's available, isn't it?
Could go and do tile room.
Everyone loves tile room.
Ah, picking up the extra key. Heads up play there from Koi.
Chooses not to do tile room. Sad.
I think Koi's hoping to never have to do tile room at this point. As the Ganon's Tower big key is shuffled somewhere. Hopefully there's not a hard required item there.
Boy getting creative with this entrance.
Nice bomb jump. Gonna get to clear out a good chunk of Turtle Rock here. 2 keys. Gets him all the way to the back.
Because Koi is missing that can of Samaria.
That is right. Currently missing Cane of Samaria and the hammer that Furious Magic has found, I believe, from the northern part of Dark World.
Very dangerous pokey there.
Koi bonking back in. Gonna give it another shot.
Furious Magic, I think, is rescuing his old man.
I believe so. Same cave that Koi entered a few minutes ago. Definitely can be more annoying having to do this room on Master Sword instead of hopefully Tempered Sword, but Koi having the strats. Just playing it safe, doesn't want to die a second time.
Oh, commentator's curse.
Unfortunate. Taking another death there in Turtle Rock. Did get the small key and tends to go back and get that chest that he's earned.
Well, it's a lot easier this time.
Yep, just a quick run through. Fury's picking up a few hearts, finishing up the checks here on the mountain.
That was a good knowledge right there, knowing that those hearts were there. I did not.
I also did not. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight for my runners. Get to see a lot of rooms with a lot of interesting tech that we don't normally get to see because of Retrance.
There's Quake on the lava chest.
So we've seen 2 of the 3 of our medallions. We're going to hop down here.
Lots of divergence because of how big the scope is right now.
Yeah, always tough to narrow it down. As soon as you see a thread, you kind of just have to start pulling it. So that's what we see Koi doing here, and Fury's Magic doing as well. Looks like they're finally getting to do a few checks that, or at least Fury's Magic is doing a few checks. Koi is not.
Big. Thieves Big is very, very big.
It is very big. If Koi is especially able to find that hammer sooner rather than later, can head your Thieves down and full clear it.
Oh. Dark World we go.
We're doing the long walk to Cave 45.
Oh, speaking of good checks, there's the flute.
There's the flute in Checkerboard Cave. Checkerboard Cave leads to Dark Death Mountain. All right. Still a Moon Pearl. So missing quite a bit here. 22 minutes into the run. We have boots, good number of medallions, the hammer, King of Samaria.
There's the front of TR. Lots of TR entrances so far.
Yeah, the game really pushing us towards Turtle Rock. I don't believe we found much in there besides Quake.
And the mushroom.
Yes, of course. See if that mushroom pays off.
And a couple of big keys on laser as well.
That's correct. Seeing the big key to Swamp Palace as well as the big key to Desert Palace, which Desert Palace is a crystal is required.
I thought it was Skull Woods big key instead of Swamp.
Skullwoods, you're correct. Sorry, my apologies. A Fetch Quest big key. I was getting a little confused.
Just a small clarification.
Definitely an important distinction to make. 2 very different dungeons.
Boy, I did get their big key. It was on race game. I did not see which one it was though.
It was the big key to Eastern Palace. So Eastern Palace, once we have the full clearable by both these runners. Just the heart and bong rocks.
But is definitely clearable without it.
Yes.
Furious Magic electing to skip a shield, sadly.
Yeah, I know some people argue that it covers too much of the sprite, but I like having a shield. I like the safety.
I like his second shield. Second shield is the best shield.
Very fair. Poisoning the other side of Mini Moldorm Cave as they phase out of the rock.
We will see if Furious Magic does tile room.
Yeah, going left side first. Furious Magic not picking up that small key, hidden under the pot in the next room. I believe that was Super Bunny Cave on Koi's side. Wow, a lot of very useful entrances.
Hookshot in Mire Shed.
Hookshot opens quite a bit here. I know we already know Koi knows where
Hookshot
Cave is. And now, with the hookshot, have a really nice time doing the Super Bunny Cave here. Much faster. Oh, already has the mirror. Correct. That already makes it quite fast. Furious Magic is doing Tile Room.
My hero.
So we'll have to see if this pays off. Definitely a big time sink here from Furious Magic. Of course, just finding bombs in Super Bunny Cave. Just a heart piece. Unfortunate. We see Furious exit the way they came in.
By picking up their 5 rupees.
What a reward.
They worked very hard for those.
Also going to get to check the TR medallion here. It is Bombos. So if TR is required, we still don't know where Bombos is.
TR's entrance is required anyway.
Yes, I guess TR is a little bit easier on that front. Unless there's an item in the front. Should be good to just take one of those back entrances once we have that fire and ice rod. And interestingly, Furious Magic not having gone to the eastern area yet. It's not found those boots. Feel as though I might have cursed it again, Jake, with the early boots on Koi's side.
We might not see that Lost Closet for a long time. Because that's where the pod and boots are. Dafo's basement.
Luckily for Furious Magic, gonna have a few more keys when they go into pod, and the hammer. If they're able to find the bow, maybe it's a single dip instead of the double dip that Koi has to do. Save a little bit extra time. Koi going straight back to Hookshot Cave. Not much there, unfortunately. Furious Magic picking up that big key. Thieves found. Picking up a small key and continuing, because they have that Cane of Samaria. So one last check here for Furious Magic. Koi continues to explore the Dark Worlds and get as many entrances as they can.
Furious Magic going into that TR area to get the reward.
I believe so.
Oh, never mind. I lied.
No, mirror, I believe, was Also in... Was Mirror in pod?
Mirror was on Lava Chest. Something was on Lava Chest. Oh, no, it was Quake, I think, actually.
Yes, and Koi seeing the hammer on the ledge, you're going to have to find that drop down. Actually, I guess they are connected, so knowing this is the drop down. Mirror was in pod. Thank you, Lady Laura.
Yep. Hard to keep track of what's when we have like 8 different items that the other person hasn't seen.
Yeah, always tough, especially trying to keep track of what's where in your head. I'm assuming both runners using a much more detailed tracker than my brain can handle. So, Koi, good to see another drop down here.
Which I think was also good.
Yes.
Didn't have much in it besides money, but that will be helpful.
Yeah, and Koi going to be able to see all 4 checks like Furious Magic did if they choose to continue. And nope, save and quit. Save a key, go from the front.
I don't remember there being anything useful in the front of Escape, so...
I believe we only saw the chest in the middle. But yeah, it was nothing important, I don't believe. Yeah, Lady Laura making a good point here. Much easier to keep track of what is where than remembering where that place is. Very true in Retrance. Being, yes, I saw this in this room, but now how did I get there? It's always a big question you gotta ask yourself.
Easy to remember what is where, but not where is what.
Yes, very much so.
Furious Magic going into back of Thieves Town. Koi picking up their Samaria and Ether.
Going to be knocking themselves that they didn't have that Cane of Samaria before heading into Turtle Rock, but not going to bite them too much. Unless something is also locked behind the Fire Rod that we did not see on Furious Magic side. I also don't believe we've seen Laser Bridge from Koi side yet.
No?
No, I don't believe they have either of those big keys.
Because I think the mushroom was in the Laser Bridge area. Mistaken?
Yes, I believe you're correct. Koi picking up his rupees and continuing to do the checks that Furious has done. There's Laser Bridge. I knew it was coming up soon.
Yeah, so it seems like Koi is on the path that Furious Magic has just gone on.
Yeah, I could have a little bit easier of a time here with these laser skips, having the boots. Just save a little bit of time. And picking up their 2 big keys, Desert Palace and Skull Woods.
Furious Magic does have the hammer, and we'll be able to get that check as well.
Yep, looks like checking it first. Just a small key.
Small refund.
Here, I'll trade you back.
The refund is nice, though.
It is nice not having to find a shop and buy those keys. Koi, now with the Cane of Samaria, finding Laser Bridge, going to check this extra chest here before heading up.
Not much in Thieves Town so far. We'll see if it's a crystal.
Yeah, really no pending crystal information yet. Haven't seen a map check from either runner. Not that many maps. I believe I can only remember seeing 2. So definitely light on the information there.
I was confused for a second why Furious Magic went around, but I realized no gloves.
Yep, has to take a long way.
Forget it out in my noggin.
Yeah, tough to, especially in Retrance or things like Inverted. I always forget. It's just, have it. Oh, well, how else would I have gotten here?
Yeah.
Very rarely, I feel like, do I not have the gloves, come here via Aga and have that situation. But even then, I forget and pull on the block.
Very nice script from Furious Magic.
And just another compass. All for a red pendant at Thieves Town.
You get a couple of small things here for Koi as well. A carry in a bottle and a big key to ice.
Okay. Always a good big key to find. Not necessarily required, but can, oh, looks like they had the fire shield for purchase there. Only 500 rupees.
Was that a 10 rupee bottle he skipped? Very sad.
Interesting. Wonder if it just fills one of your bottles, you know.
Maybe.
Oh, Laura and Cuba, he's up there. Not the big key to ice, but the big key to pod.
Oh, I thought
very
it was
important.
I thought it was ice, but you could be right.
All good. Yeah, big key to pod, definitely a good one to have. Going to be required to complete the dungeon. Also gives us an additional check.
There's so many palaces. I get lost sometimes.
Very true. You know, getting the palaces mixed up is completely understandable. Furious.
Eastern Palace, Desert Palace, Ice Palace, Palace of Darkness.
Yep. Looks like Furious Magic finally gonna find the pod entrance here.
There's that glove we were just talking about.
Interesting spot to find it.
That's an entrance I've never even seen.
Yeah. Definitely much more common in Retrance, you know? A lot more of those exist. So it looks like...
Interesting to note, Furious Magic does not have a bottle. So they'll have to find it in the back, and we'll see if they've decided if they want to do the bow lock checks.
Yeah, Koi finding that bottle, choosing not to. Looks like Koi's going to go to the left here. Check. This along the way, another very often forgotten check. It also looks like Furious bombing the wall.
Furious does have all 6 keys needed to clear the dungeon as well. But I don't think
able to full cleared here. They do not have that big key yet, though, unfortunately.
The refund.
Quite a few of those we've seen so far.
And there's those boots. Not a super far distance for the boots to be found apart from each other.
Looks like we're going to be seeing a mimic clip here from Furious Magic.
And Koi did find the front of escape, so we are going to see the
Full gambit. We got a few checks here, as well as if Koi chooses to, another check in the middle. That we know is nothing, but Koi does not know that.
Does Furious Magic never go down here because he doesn't have that bottle that Koi just picked up?
Furious Magic has not gone down here. This is a new area of checks. Unfortunately, spending a little bit of time on this mimic clip, definitely a harder trick.
And he might do a little bit of a facepalm once he figures out that there's a bottle in the dungeon.
Yeah, bottle in the back. Fortunately, chose to do this side first. I believe very close here to that mimic clip.
I can't do it at all, so this is very, very...
I'm very bad at it. I've gotten it a handful of times, but there we go. I just have to clip that guy just enough into the wall, but Furious Magic, nice and easy there. With 2 more checks.
That was nice.
Out of GT.
So not super important.
No, it does not look like it, as Koi found a shield there in Zelda Cell. Gonna check this entrance. Bring us out on Graveyard Ledge. And now we may see the back. I believe there is another exit on the other side here as well. The rarely seen right side of Castle Tower. Or of Hyrule Castle.
I don't think I've ever gone over there.
Oh, I'm bringing us out of desert for a free boomerang on the ledge.
Both boomerangs percent complete.
100%. We had this conversation last time. We know that you and I are both red boomerang with Tower of Hera and Desert looking to be our 2 red crystals. Sorry, Tower of Hera and, yes, Desert Palace. Looking to be our 2 red crystals.
Ooh, Ice Rod and Harmless Hellway.
Yeah, Koi may have to go back for that if we have to complete Turtle Rock. See if we get a map check. I know for sure at least one of these runners has a map to Turtle Rock.
If not both.
If not both, yes.
Seen a lot of the same checks and whatnot.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of the same checks, and Furious, I guess, going to be getting a few more of Koi's checks here. Koi with those 3 bottles and a glove. And Quake. But, yeah, having to come back here for Harmless Hellway. Definitely going to be a little bit out of the way here for Koi.
They will also be able to get the big chest, the big key chest as well. I mean, the big chest as well.
Yes. We're finding the map of Tower of Hera after finding out what Tower of Hera's layout is. As they get stuck there, coming out of King's Tomb. It's trapped in the boulders. Still no Moon Pearl, 41 minutes in. Definitely a little bit of a slower start to the seed here. Have found a few dungeons, but
is Moon Pearl required?
I don't believe so for the dungeons, but depending on the checks, it may be, I believe.
Boy turning in his mushroom. I don't believe he's fake powdered yet.
No, they have not. I believe that there was nothing much behind that fake powder, but definitely an additional check that may be out of the way later.
Koi going to go finish their Beefstown, which we know is not super useful.
And Furious Magic picking up their glove under this rock. And looks like they're heading back to the castle entrance. This leads us to Hookshot Cave. But unfortunately, have not found that hookshot yet. So first check, and then let's check the connector.
I don't think Koi's been to Hookshot yet.
Koi did go back to Hookshot Cave.
I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, there was nothing to remember from it, unfortunately. Yeah, once they got their hookshot, went back pretty quick there. Two pieces of heart and 2 rupee drops. Lady Laura is saying, with a much better memory than I just kind of tune them out if I don't find them important.
Special thanks to our tracker, Lady Laura Lindo.
Yeah, really keeping us in tow today. Good to see. As Furious Magic gonna go pick up their big key to Eastern Palace, sitting here on Race Game. Koi getting the refunds. While they finish up the chest. Now, which maiden's the true maiden here? Jake, with Koi's sprite. We have a green and a red maiden.
The role may never know.
Koi gonna be forced to fight their doppelganger here after exposing them for the evil that they are. I'll be honest with you, Jake. That pizza joke on blind. Maybe think about ordering some pizza. We'll have to see if that where we end up going tonight. It's Koi. Very nice script here. Furious Magic. Clearing out Cave 45. Koi getting their red pendant reward. Never know if that pedestal is required. Boy, with a nice fake flipper setup. Love when you're able to bonk into a fake flipper. Makes it a lot easier. And we're gonna check the front of Sanctuary. Being in exits at, can't remember which tower. Agonist Tower? Not Maidenless. Exactly. The opposite of Maidenless is Maidenful? I'm not quite sure, but there were definitely a lot of maidens. Here he's finding the entrance to Tower of Hera that I believe Koi already went to. Yes. Now coming into the entrance to Mire to pick up their hook shot.
Did Koi do?
I don't believe Koi had the glove. So I don't believe
Yeah.
Koi has lifted that rock.
But I was like, I knew for sure they would have done a Hera pot. So much Furious Magic's just gonna go back in and do.
Yeah, also a few quick checks in here as well. Not having to do the basements. Definitely very nice.
Not being able to do the basement right now.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. No fire source yet. As Koi goes back with the hammer into GT.
And the hook shot.
Yeah, I like this play quite a bit. You know, quick few checks here. You get 4 in this room here. Trying to think how far they can go. I think it's quite far here on the left. Small key. Map of Hyrule Castle. Not a useful compass. And bombs. Nothing here, but Koi will continue.
Not too bad of a fight with Furious Magic.
Yeah, 3 of those spins. Reward for bombs, and as we knew on Koi's side, but Furious did not know, one of our 5/6 crystals.
And our first crystal overall.
First crystal at 47.55. A world that is Retrance. And Koi even having the boomerangs here to be able to get through the back quite easily.
That was a very nice strat there.
There's our lamp. Oh my.
What a terrible place for it, though.
What an interesting place. Oh, Retrance. Alright, we get a few more checks here. Just health and money. Oh, I feel like we've seen, like you were saying, so many heart containers already.
Yeah, being a Koi at 11 hearts and Furious Magic, I think at 9, 10. Counting is pretty hard.
9, I believe. Yes,
I
9.
got it.
Because the 8th one always ends at the end of the life edges. It's a trick I learned.
I did not know that. And since I can't count, it's kind of tough.
Uh,
Frozen Armless Fight. Which
yeah,
is
I
very,
mean,
very
once you're able to going with the sword beam strats, this can definitely take a little bit, but they will die.
Eventually.
Eventually. Gonna keep spamming them here. Now, don't want to lose the sword beams, because that makes this fight on ice a lot less fun.
Yeah. Fierce Magic in the same place right now, actually. So checking those same checks in GT.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see quite a few checks here in GT, which again makes sense. High density location. You'll see Koi's already opened. I believe will be 10 checks for them just coming in here.
And there's Red Mail for Furious Magic.
Gonna have it when they get down here, which they will continue to. Quite a few keys. As Koi gonna go to Tile Room. And yes, Koi skipping Tile Room the first time, not having that Cane of Samaria. Make more sense.
Ah. Choosing to do it this time.
Yeah, like I said, while they're here, might as well get all the checks that they can. No point in orphaning something. Even worse than Retrance. Because sometimes you'll get into interesting connectors and it's just a hassle. You know, where did I have to go to find this chest? Might as well get them all out of the way. Gonna continue right for Koi. Having the lamp. Going north.
That lamp, yes.
Setting up whoa. Setting up a bomb jump, it looks like.
Very, very, very tricky. Very dangerous one.
Lamp 1. Gonna fall all the way back. The reason why I entered that room at the top.
Luckily with the boost you are fast enough.
Yeah, the lamp also reaches just far enough to hit that torch. A little bit out beyond Link. And another quick ether. Just gonna take care of these Gibdos. No point in having to deal with them.
Bow.
There's our bow. And the Moon Pearl. Wow.
And Tempered.
Oh! And Tempered Sword.
What a great room.
Yeah, they didn't even need to go left. They could have just gone full right, you know? Hindsight 2020.
Hopefully not 2020. We're trying to where the entrances are.
Yeah, trying to remember where they want to go. And is gonna go get these earlier checks that we have seen from Furious Magic. I believe there was nothing much here in the front end, but nice to get those checks out of the way. Make sure nothing's there. Also gonna have a little bit easier time with some of these enemies having that tempered sword.
There's Magic not having as good a luck with that bomb jump.
Yeah, I'm not sure the setup for it, but on the moving platform, it looks like just a spin speed setup, but with this Wall Master and yeah, and being shot at, it's definitely doesn't seem like the easiest to hit.
Very particular.
Yeah, Furious will get a few more tries at it. As long as they're able to avoid getting hit, and there they go. Unfortunately, getting a warning shot on the way out.
Boy, having that Moon Chrome now. We'll do a lot more.
Yeah, really open now. Gets to, you know, fully check everything out here. Things like Stumpy that they could not do before, fully able to do now. As well as just traversing the Dark Worlds.
Also just have normal Dark World access now.
Yes. Being able to choose when you want to go to the Dark World. Also quite nice. Koi finally going to be picking up that flute.
And Fierce Magic getting their loaded room as well.
Yeah, good thing they kept going there. Very important set of checks up and steal a big key, or a small key, sorry, and head on out. With that lamp, I'm gonna head to the back of Skull Woods. Clear it out for us.
Are they going to bomb jump again?
I believe they have to. I don't believe there's any other way to get over this gap, but very nice setup there from Koi. Gotta wait till you're just about to fall. Then you spin.
It's a very scary bomb jump there.
Yeah, definitely a bomb jump. Bomb jump setup I fail often. Hard not to just fall into the pit sometimes, but both of these players pros at it. Koi just taking out this Gibdo with the 4 slashes of his tempered sword. And we'll head down to Motila.
They might use their blue here, but they do have fairies, so they should be okay.
Yeah, tempered sword slashes here, dealing quite a bit of damage to the moth. Take it out quite easy and very clean fight.
And half magic reward.
And another crystal. Koi's first.
And check it overall.
And we'll see where Furious goes here, but maybe soon following. The entrance to Misery Mire. Okay. Another one of our entrances.
Just so they can clear it, can't they? Without the big key though.
Boy, with a very convenient save and quit there. Take him right to the village to activate that flute.
Very important.
Yeah, definitely one of the more useful items. So get in Retrance, not an item that's hard required often. Unless, for example, one of the entrances in Desert is required and there's no other way to get there other than Flute, Mirror, or Mire entrance is required, etc. But definitely nice to have, and will make traversing the world a lot easier, especially once they continue to go through those entrances. We're going north here. Looks like they're going to go towards the pod entrance. And quick mirror over to finish out the rest of pod here. Very nice routing from Koi.
Absolutely. Being able to finish up the whole dungeon.
Gonna go to the back here. Get the last two checks that they know are back here. Will be rewarded with at least the ice rod, sorry. Here in Harmless Hallway. And then looks like they're gonna bomb jump across. Makes sense. Just 20 rupees in the big chests. It's good to get it out of your mind.
Always better to be thorough and retrance with the judgments.
Very true. Definitely don't want to have to come back to a lot of these checks. Especially the ones that are quite a ways out of the way.
I'd say it's still a very close race with how diverse the checks are so far.
Yeah, both of them, getting through quite a number of the same checks, but each of them missing a few that the other has. It'll be interesting to see, who finds the entrances to certain dungeons. Definitely going to be a big part. We are missing quite a few. We haven't seen the entrance to Swamp Palace. We haven't seen the entrance to Ice Palace. I don't believe we've seen the entrance to Desert either, or Eastern Palace. So, quite a few left. There's that Bombos. So, like in the bottom of Blind Sets. Yeah, we're able to find the front of Spike Cave. That is in logic for Fury's magic here. Would have made that Ice Armos a little bit nicer for both our runners. We're going to see a few new checks here. Fury's magic and a mirror. Check these checks while they're on the pyramid. Speaking of Spike Cave. And Fury's magic choosing not to do Spike Cave yet. Another entrance we were talking about, Eastern Palace. Good to see you.
And this is a fully clearable dungeon without the. We did find the big keys, didn't we?
Yep, we did find the big key. It was the big key sitting on Race Game. And with that lamp and bow, it's fully clearable and fully in logic. So, not that the lamp logic means much to our runners, but definitely helps.
Fortunately, it's a pendant.
It is. We'll see how far Furious goes. I guess probably just checking everything.
Yeah, you probably still do everything, but you're a little more unhappy to do it.
Very true. That run to the back's a little bit longer when you know there's not a crystal sitting at the end. Koi finishing off Helmasaur. Very quick fight. And we see a map of Ice Palace and another crystal. So we have knowledge of 1, 2, 6, I believe, 6 crystals and 2 pendants. So it should be between Ice Palace and Swamp Palace. 1 is a crystal and 1 is a pendant for us. Combining the knowledge of both runners here.
And we still have not found any of the entrances for those areas.
We have not yet. We do not have the map to Ice Palace, so if Koi finds it, Koi will be able to let us know if that's a crystal or dungeon with the C or P. But until then, we are still in the dark. Big key to Ice Palace here. In Eastern Big Key Chest. We get Mimic Cave from Koi. And Furious heading to the back.
It really just does really important to be thorough.
For sure. Never want to have to come back and do something, especially this deep in a dungeon. When you're right there, you can clear it. Give you that information. Give you a second pendant. Who knows? Maybe the green pendant, and you are able to turn it into hospital when you find its second item. But heading into Misery Mire here while we see Burna strats here from Furious Magic.
Instead of
My
throw.
favorite way to kill Armos. Yeah, not wanting to use those rupees. Lot of arrows, 3 arrows per night there. And it is the green pendant. So we will get an extra item.
I had forgotten about the rupee requirement for arrow shooting.
Yeah, it definitely catches up on you. I believe it's 10 per regular shot and 50 for a silver. So 10 arrows, 3 times 6, 180 rupees right there for a perfect quick kill.
That is a little ridiculous.
Yeah, now after clearing Eastern Palace, Furious Magic, gonna go and clear out Spike Cave. Wanted to make sure the area was done first before going into Spike Cave here. Not an area you're gonna want to leave.
And fetch quest.
Yep, we'll see if that shovel leads to anything here. Looks like Furious Magic gonna be checking it pretty quickly. Going straight to Link's house. And nope. Calling me a liar. Going back towards the castle.
Where that hookshot cave is waiting for them.
Finish up the rest here. We haven't seen this on Koi's side, unfortunately. Not too much here in Hookshot Cave, but item dense location. You're not gonna skip out on it. And getting a little bullied there, unfortunately. These can be quite annoying, especially that one. Loves to push you off. get a heart refill there from Furious Magic. Gonna continue across here. And there's Desert Palace as well on Furious Magic side. At least the front part of Desert Palace. Unfortunately, if we go out the left side, we will not find the area near the boss. It'll just be another loading zone for us to check. Which
So,
Furious will definitely check.
So 5 checks, I think. So very good still.
Oh, yeah. Quite a few. And already has the Desert Palace big key. So able to check this as well.
Very nice to find those 5 checks.
Yeah, like we were saying, item density is huge, and we have runners going over things that the other runners already done. So when you're able to find a location with 5 items, you take it. And a few loading zones, crazy. Wrong side there, Desert. Taking us out the right when we're on the left. Boy, following in Furious Magic steps. Oh! Fire Rod in Desert Palace. Big find there from Furious Magic. Let's see. I mean, depending on our final crystal layout, and where the entrance to Ice Palace is, because remember, the flippers are not required to enter Ice Palace. Furious Magic may be in go mode. Minus, let's see, the big key to pod they have not picked up. Oh, actually, no, sorry. My apologies. Quite a few big keys away from go mode. But go mode with the items they have, able to complete the dungeons when they find those big keys.
We might need Swamp still.
And we may need Swamp, yes. That is, if Swamp is a crystal, then of course we need the flippers. But if it's Ice Palace, we don't really need those. Unless, of course.
Could be locked behind somewhere important, though.
That's also very true.
Furious Magic getting our first look at those 2 castle tower checks. Probably not going to kill Aga.
Be surprised if they went all the way up. Already knowing that Lumberjack is just bombs on it. As Koi continues with their Eastern Palace.
Well, the Lumberjack entrance is still different, isn't it?
They did see the ledge. The Lumberjack entrance and ledge, I believe, is the same. Or, sorry, the drop down is different, but they did get a look at the ledge. Few new checks here from Furious Magic. Again, wrong side, Skullwoods. Just swapping them back and forth. But another extra check here from Furious Magic, and has that King of Samaria making it nice and quick.
This is where we might see whether or not you want to use keys to make your routing easier, or if you want to save them.
Yeah, definitely a debate you want here. I'm sure Fury's Magic doing a count of the keys they need to finish the game still, and we'll have to see what decision they make here with this drop down. I guess we'll see where this drop down leads. All right, another Skullwoods drop down. Going across here, gonna pick up the last check. But we'll have to spend a key if they want to get out.
Flippers.
And it looks like they do want to get out. And having a big key here. Just another small key in the big chest. Nice to get, though.
That's a little refund.
Another key. See if they go south here. And nope. Looks like they are exiting.
Koi is electing to use sword straps because they don't have. Armor?
I believe so.
Thought they did have it. Was it not in GT?
No, I don't believe so.
I forget already then.
I believe it was. I believe Fury's Magic picked it up right after going to GT, so that might be why. Got a little bit of that confusion there, which is understandable. Quick mirror over and few flipper entrances to check. That was furious. Getting over here nice and quick.
Even a check or two, maybe.
Long rocks. Koi picks up their green pendant. Berna was in Blind's hut, yes. The bottom of Blind's hut, which was under a rock. Oh, yes, it was the... It's, my apologies. The rock by Ice Rock Cave. That Koi did not have a glove for when they went the first time. Because we were wondering why they hadn't made that check yet. I believe that was the location of Blind's hut.
Second look at Spike Cave.
Boy, I haven't used that blue goo.
President didn't die and let the fairy take it.
Yeah, maybe what they're gonna do here, or maybe they're just trying to. Yep. Looks like wanted to go out this way as well. Gonna use that fairy revive, and we'll get to keep most of their hearts here due to the invincibility after the fairy revive.
I believe Koi has a second fairy still.
Koi wanting to save that portal. Gonna continue here with some additional Dark World checks, maybe taking it all the way to Catfish. Let's see if Koi elects to tech Zora while they're over here with the mirror. 500 rubies is quite a bit when you have to pay for those arrows, but we'll see what they decide to do. Grace picking up their big heat pod, compass to pod, their second model, and a little bit more here in the top of Paradox Cave, map of Turtle Rock. Thank you, Cube. No, Hera is near Ice Rod Cave. Blind's hut within the Dark World. East entrance of Bomb Shop. Entrance east of Bomb Shop. Sorry, my apologies. Yep, that makes sense. Turtle Rock Big Key on Catfish. It looks like Koi going to spend a little bit of money here, try and does it cleanly.
Oh yeah, Koi does not have those slippers we just found.
Has not picked them up yet, has not gone to the Skullwoods area yet. And
Ooh.
Unfortunately getting knocked back out and into that that state there after picking up the heart piece. Good to get to go back in, though. Check the back 3 here.
And there's Titans.
All right. Definitely. Now we're making our way through this seed. It's been picking up quickly. I felt like, the first 40 minutes or so, 50 minutes were quite slow, but this last 30 minutes has been action-packed. Like I said, I think we're just a few big keys away from no mode. Still missing the Misery Mire big key, being a crystal. And I believe that's it. I mean, logically, the Tower of Hera big key, of course. But, logic. Who needs it?
It's a matter of when Floyd goes back to his Hera because it is on the above of South Shore.
Yeah, definitely an out-of-the-way check up there by Ice Rod Cave.
Toy show the shovel dash.
I appreciate the shovel dash. I'm a big fan of the shovel dash myself, of course. Fury's choosing not to pick up their second boomerang. Fury's Magic finding a bomb shop, getting their bomb information. And hey, I already got one of those. The Mire entrance was King Tomb, and King's Tomb gave us not much. And both medallions required today being Bombos, which Fury's Magic has already found.
We're finding Pyramid Fairy and getting a book.
Well, definitely nice to have. Opens up a few extra checks. As well as finding out that the fairy is just cleaning the bottles today. Got one back nice and shiny, though. Boy, opening the dam, we'll have to go back and check what item has been pulled up in the dam there, as that item still goes up in its original location.
Very far away.
Quite far away, but at least knowing where the entrance to Swamp Palace is, if Swamp Palace is required. Definitely good information to have.
Loot to it, actually. Not that far.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Forgot that Flute to 7 is actually super convenient.
As well, looks like we were talking about it earlier, but that flute looks like it was required if Swamp Palace is a crystal. Need the flute to be able to get over to the Mire area. So if Swamp Palace is a required crystal, then that flute was definitely required. So good thing they picked it up. As we get another crystal here from Furious Magic, finishing up Desert Palace, which is both of the 5-6 crystals. Boy, going through Swamp Palace, or Skullwoods here. Keep getting those mixed up today. And good to get their flippers if they choose to continue.
I imagine he will.
I'd be surprised if they didn't. seems like a waste of time at this point, you know? Coming all the way up here. However, why leaving without picking up their flippers?
Well, I guess I was wrong.
we have been corrected yet again. Gotta check bumper ledge here. Just $20. But quite remembering, yeah, another entrance.
He was like, I don't want that. Wait a minute.
It always takes a second to get out of that muscle memory. Oh, nothing there? Oh, yes. I still have to go here. A few more entrances up here. Fairies, fairies, and more fairies. All right, and Dark Chapel is Ice Palace. Unfortunately, Koi not having that fire rod and not having bombos can't really get in.
Unfortunate.
The fire only club today. Koi remembering the house down here. Check it on the way. Just another fairy room. Don't believe let me double check.
Sick kid has finally been found. Giving out
Just
bombs.
That's pretty dangerous to keep under your bed, you know?
Well, it's better than giving a piece of a human heart. Like the sick kid tends to do.
And I just went back to confirm, but it does look like Ice Palace is a pendant today, making Swamp Palace our last crystal. So those slippers were definitely required. Aries magic. Going to go check Zora. Which I believe Koi skipped, correct?
I think so, because Koi was short on the rupees.
Alright, so first check at Scamfish. It's a scam. Unfortunate.
Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? I wonder where the name came from.
I think we just made it up.
Very creative, the two of us are. That's Koi. Heads up, going to get their fire rod. Now thinking, oh, I can clear that Swamp Palace. Or that Ice Palace. Apparently I'm just getting everything confused for Swamp Palace today. Hammer pegs here from Curious Magic. Another shop. Looking at those keys and going, well, I've already cleared most of Pod. Don't need many more.
Absolutely. Most of your keys right now are just, you need to go back in Turtle Rock.
Very true. Being able to skip right to the back with the Retrance is also quite nice. Go in through the back, get the crystal. It's going to be sitting there. And simultaneous flute from both of our runners. We are going to get to see Smith turn in as well here from Furious Magic.
Probably a purple chest soon after.
Yeah, a few checks they seem to be missing. A purple chest a little bit out of the way with the Smiths being there, but it's never out of the question. Got to make sure you wrap up those checks.
Koi going back for their flippers, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully they continue to the left here as Furious is going to go, and now that they have that pod big key, going to go finish pod. Believe it's just the one check in the back, if they choose to do it. So it looks like they are. Now, when Furious Magic was in Skull Woods, I do not believe they checked this chest. Just a key. Nice to have.
Very nice bomb jump here.
Nice and clean setup from Furious Magic, who, funnily enough, was the winner of the race that we commentated on Monday together, Jake.
Oh, I did not remember that.
It took me a second, and I was thinking about why I remembered Furious Magic from the last time we commentated together, and that was why.
Thought it was Arya Stark.
We had Arya Stark on the restream, but Furious Magic was first overall in the race.
Oh, yes.
Unfortunately, was not on the restream that day.
Okay, I understand. I remember now.
Just a key on the pedestal while Furious heads to the back here. Gonna kill Helmasaur and grab their crystal. We also, very importantly enough, are missing a Ganon Tower big key. Definitely gonna need that at some point. So hopefully they're able to find it soon. Koi's going to go into the back here. Back of Turtle Rock. We might get simultaneous boss fights here. Looks like we will.
Simultaneous boss fight. Both of them going smoothly.
Furious, just a few swipes are right here. Oh, misses one, but nice clean kill.
And simultaneous explosions.
Very good boss fights from both of our runners.
Big key?
The Misery Mire.
It is important.
All right. Well, it looks like we're getting close here to go mode. I believe Koi just missing the Ganon's Tower big key.
I think so.
Again, logically needing that Tower of Hera big key, but you know, when you have the hook shot, that's less of a requirement. Koi gonna go and check some of these flippers entrances. Purple chest here from Furious Magic. Just $50. And Koi getting his bombs from the sick kid.
Oh, Furious Magic, I think, is going to Hera Basement. Oh no, I was wrong. I'm glad I was wrong, because that's a very slow check.
Yeah, wow. I don't think they're quite there yet. Maybe there are a few entrances over here they haven't fully been able to check yet.
I imagine Koi will probably clear Hera Basement when he goes through.
Yeah, depends on the last few items they find. Like I said, Koi may just be, or is just Ganon Tower's big key away. If Drossi asking, is the Ganon vanilla? Is the Ganon, I'm assuming, big key vanilla? I'm not 100% sure. I don't believe so, but if it is, they've already cleared out a good chunk of Ganon's tower, so not many checks left, I believe, for them to look at. 22 checks, we saw maybe 14 to 16. And Furious entering the front of Turtle Rock here. Let's see what it is.
Well, Koi is going to show us land.
Ganon location is vanilla. Ah, yes, the Ganon drop down, I believe, is not vanilla.
Very clean plate from Koi.
Gotta pick up their map of Thieves Town. Not the most useful of maps, especially after both runners have cleared it.
And their first red crystal. Interesting note that Furious Magic does have access to the bomb from Bomb Shop.
Yeah, is able to do Big Bomb and give us that other another entrance. We'll see, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, also definitely a bit of the out of the way entrance, but can definitely pay off.
There's that red shield.
Now it's a good shield. Once you get the red, it's pretty nice. Koi just seeing the thief. Hopefully that reminds Koi to go and check that thief's original location, which is the rock under Ice Palace. Or by Ice Rock Cave, my apologies.
Oh, Koi finding their can of Perma.
Drossi making a good point here, which I did overlook. Since the Ganon dropdown is not vanilla, Ganon Tower's big key is not required here. So once Koi finds those last few entrances that they're missing, they will be in go mode. Still missing a few.
Just have to find the Ganon drop down, I guess.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
Pretty strange. And he's immune. He's immune until you have 7 crystals.
Yeah. Yes, he is. And it looks like that thief might have reminded Koi to go back up here. Because they are going to, I assume, check all these locations over here.
Now that he has the fire rod, you can go complete ice if you wanted.
Yeah, can fully complete Ice, can complete Misery Mire, can complete Hera. I'm not sure if Koi has found the entrance to Swamp Palace yet, though.
On the
He'll
mountain.
call you a dingus, apparently, if you drop without 7 crystals. And if you continue to try and fight them, he'll ask if you have wax in your ears. Nice little insight there from Drazi, thank you.
Interesting.
I am not 100% sure they're cube. I'm not sure what entrances they could be missing here. But
A lot of entrances.
a lot of entrances. Luckily, we are looking for a drop down. A few less of those. But definitely not none.
Oh, silvers with a very clean icebreaker. The
Yeah.
silvers are a little bad because now the arrows are a lot more expensive.
Yeah, luckily you can toggle them on and off, but yeah, definitely don't want to be wasting money on silvers unless you need them.
Oh, there's a cave?
You goodies here in Ice Palace.
Palace having all the uniques for us. GT big.
GT big anyway.
It could be vanilla drop down. The drop down could just be vanilla anyways.
That is true. We have not seen anyone climb the tower quite yet. Not the full climb. But now that they have the big key, they are able to climb the tower. Let's see what's at the end.
I imagine you just might anyways because it's a very dense area with lots of checks.
Yeah, and you get a few checks along the way as well. Definitely can take quite a while, but with these runners, definitely less time than it would take me, that's for sure.
Are there any items they are even looking for? Or is it just like big key?
I believe
I think
Koi has not yet found out where where Tower of Hera is. They have not yet gone there. And I believe Furious Magic is looking for both the TR and Misery Mire big keys. Unfortunately, for them, the TR big key locks the Misery Mire big key as...
Trinex had Misery Mire big.
That is correct. We will get to see a cold stare fight from Furious Magic here. Picking up their third pendant. Sorry, second pendant. I believe actually both of them have completed Eastern Palace.
I don't remember if Furious Magic did Eastern or not. No, they both did.
Our tracker Lady Laura confirming for us that yes, Furious did in fact clear Eastern Palace. So third pendant here for Furious Magic. At a nice even 3 and 3. 3 pendants, 3 crystals.
Well, if you ever find the ped spot, you can pull it.
I do believe someone looked at it. I can't remember who it was, but it was just a small key.
So not that important.
Unfortunately, not today. Pedestal not required for the seed. That is correct, Lady Laura. Furious Magic used the Burna strats against Armos Knights. McCoy cleaning out Misery Mire here. Using those Tempered Sword swings.
Choosing to use the sword instead of arrows.
Yeah, not having those silvers would cost a little bit more. And quite a nice, safe fight. Furious finally going to Catfish, picking up their Turtle Rock big key.
But I imagine they're going to go straight there.
I also believe Koi hasn't seen the Swamp Palace entrance either, so missing a few key entrances, whereas Furious, once they beat Trinex, will have all the information they need. Minus where the Ganon dropdown is.
I think Koi's going to Hera now.
By remembering to come back here, clear out these last few checks. Remembering, hey, I didn't have these gloves last time.
Very similar area the Mapfire runners are in.
One in the light, one in the dark world. Both entered the same entrance very recently. Koi. It's a nice clean hair pot. Gets it on the first try.
Koi is go-moding the dungeon.
Yeah, understandably knowing that they're... since they've already been to Ice Palace, knowing it's a pendant, and knowing that Swamp Palace is in fact their last crystal, so has all the information they need. Again, I don't believe they found the Swamp Palace entrance, but and Lady Laura saying they believe that both runners have seen the Ganon drop down, but don't quote them on that. I already quoted you. Sorry, Lady Laura. But yeah, we'll see if Koi is able to find that last entrance, go back to that drop down. They are very close to ending this seed. And I do believe Swamp Palace was over here, so Koi has seen this already, unless they just have not checked this entire area. It looks like they may have not. Furious. Coming out that entrance while Koi's about to go in.
Yeah, because Koi didn't have Bombos last time they were here.
The mirror
has already checked this area, though.
I believe so.
That's where they're going to put it out right away.
Yeah, you making a good point. The dam being... Oh, I guess it's the dam entrance. Being over here at Meyer, I'm not sure if Koi knows where the other entrance to that is. The other side. The Dark World entrance.
I think it's on the mountain.
Maybe we're exactly where they're headed now.
Yeah, I think it's this one.
Would make sense.
Yep. Alrighty, so this is
full go mode for Koi. Gonna just go straight to the middle and then to the back. Nice and simple. Looks like we might see a blind pull here on the pedestal. And indeed we will. Jake getting flashbacks again.
Yeah.
Blind pull on ped last time. This time a small key. Last time I can't remember exactly what it was, but it wasn't very useful.
I think it was bombs last time.
And Furious Magic heading into Turtle Rock. Going to get their Misery Mire big key and realize, hey, That's all we need.
That puts him into a go, I think, because I think he knows where everything is. An assumed go.
In assumed go mode. Again, I wouldn't expect Koi to be so nonchalantly go moding all of these dungeons. If they didn't know something we didn't.
I mean, there's no items they can eat that would require. Could really only be upgrades for sword or bow to help now.
Yeah, I don't believe gonna find those silver arrows in Ice Palace. Seems a bit out of the way. Oh look, big key to Misery Mire. Furious magic screen.
We're still holding.
Wow, we're getting a lot of simultaneous tonight. That's nice. And Koi fluting off very quickly, knowing exactly where they're headed.
He's a man with a plan.
And that plan is to take down Ganon.
Looks like they're going to
It was this drop down. Thanks, Ganon, letting us know about the grains we need. Appreciate you. And Furious Magic finally making their way back to the Skull Woods area. Found this area quite early on and knew they could just come back whenever they needed to beat it. I assume now, knowing that they're in go mode, just gonna go finish this dungeon and head on over to Misery Mire.
Overall, not a very complicated Retrance.
No, everything seemed to be in relatively decent locations. We didn't have any crazy connectors. And nice torch glitch from Koi. Makes us fight a whole lot easier.
Especially when you're doing spins.
Yeah, with no silvers. Definitely gonna want to not have to light both torches. Good spins here from Koi. Just a few more on this final stage again. And
very good timing on all the spins.
Very good time overall. Looking at a low 150. That's pretty good for Retrance. Koi plays quite a bit of Retrance.
And the pig is dead.
And it looks like Koi will be the first to cross the barrier here with a official racetime.gg time of 152.43. Get your GGs in chat for Koi.
Finishing first on Restream and
first overall.
Very nice.
Now, good run from Koi. Hopefully we'll be able to get Koi in here for a little bit.
How many total runners do we have?
Just the 3 tonight. We had Koi, Furious, Keiru. But 152.43, really good Retrance time. And it looks like we do have Koi join us. Koi, welcome in. GG's.
Yo, GG.
I was a relatively straightforward Retrance. A few interesting locations.
I don't know. Straightforward is the description that I would give, considering I was out of logic like most of the sea.
Logic schmogic. Who needs the logic?
This always happens though. Like you make one big sequence break, and it's like, oh man, I found all the things. Now I have to spend the next hour looking for the thing that I skipped. And the fire rod was just like so far away from where I was gonna go.
It was straightforward after you broke logic.
I guess that's how we meant it. But yeah, no. Yeah, good thing you went back to that Ice Palace cave or Ice Rod cave area as well.
Oh yeah, no,
entrance to Hera.
when I was in go mode, you get a little nervous, and I started making some routing errors. Like I go over to the dark shopping mall, and I forget that I need another entrance over there. So I go back, and then oh, it's Hera, and then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I want to do the Mire entrance. Okay, now I want to go to the mountain. What's the best way to get there? Crap, it's the Ice Rod cave area again.
Yeah.
So I go to that same place 3 times for no reason.
Very interesting. Yeah, no, definitely, definitely unfortunate there, but hey, turned out well for you. You finished with a pretty good time, 152, under 2 hours for a Retrance. I mean,
I'm disappointed that the Bombos medallion wasn't necessary.
Yeah, neither the entrances to Misery Mire or Turtle Rock being required.
Yeah,
and
that
also
was the only thing in question, right? Was like all I need, like, well, I might need Bombos, but otherwise I'm done with items. So you check Blind's hideout because it's so dense.
Yeah, 100%. No, find quite a few. I believe there was a Burna in Blind's hideout, but you had already done Spike Cave at that point.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, GG's. You finished it well, finding where you needed to go nice and early, finding those boots nice and early as well.
Yeah, and I saved money on Vitreous. I was so used to just conserving money, and then after I kill Vitreous, I'm like, wait a minute, I have plenty of money. I didn't have to do that. And then he drops another 300.
Yep. Just loading it up right at the end. Seed was decently nice on money, which is good to see. But yeah, both of you guys conserving money in a couple different spots, especially Armos Knights being a big one. We saw the sword beam strats and
super broke for a while because I was on this route leading to Zora and I didn't have 500.
Yeah, just below. Luckily, nothing sitting out on Zora, and just a key on the ledge. Furious Magic. Going to finish up Misery Mire. Unfortunately, orphaning Catfish for quite a while. Not getting that Turtle Rock Big Key, which in turn leads to the Misery Mire Big Key. Yeah, unfortunate area to skip here, but should be finishing up in just a little bit here as they enter Misery Mire.
Did he full clear swamp and stuff?
I don't believe it was a full clear of swamp. They did full clear Ice Palace.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, before
I didn't have fire yet when I found it, and I never went.
Yeah. And then, but did find, I believe, Cape and Silvers, sitting out in Ice Palace.
Nice.
But yeah, unfortunately, having full clear definitely not the best case scenario.
You also found boots 20 minutes in, so.
Yeah, that was nice. We had some keys for pod.
Yeah, just enough keys.
Pod before you
just
don't have
enough.
Keys.
Yeah. You entered with only 2, but found just enough to get what you needed from the dungeon. Got the mirror and the boots there, which helps out the routing, especially here, quite a bit.
Well, I am going to have to. I'm going to have to skedaddle, but GG's Koi was a pleasure to commentate the race.
Yeah.
GG's Jake, have a good one.
You as well. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, this is mine and Jake's second race this week. Both with quite a few interesting scenarios, including blind pulls on Ped, which Furious Magic also did. Getting that key is a reward.
Nice key.
Yeah, definitely not the nicest key.
It opens any door.
Any door, though. Definitely important. That's Furious. With 0 of those small keys left. Won't need them after this. Use them up just perfectly.
Me too, yeah. Because it's an unwritten rule in Retro. Any keys you have left over at the end of the seed, they add a minute to your total time.
Exactly. You got to make sure that you're being precise. All right. All of us who needed to hit 0 at the end, we really appreciate that. Thank you, Koi. And Furious finishing up their final crystal here. Could be heading down to that drop down right next to Sanctuary. Nice and easy location for that Ganon drop down today. And looks like they're going to be taking the... Oh! Just a little bonk there. Looks like they're going to be taking the same route you did, flute to 2, and head over from there. Now, after remembering that, oh yeah, saving and quitting at the sanctuary does not bring me to the sanctuary. Yeah, it feels like the first half of this seed for you guys was a bit of a blur. You went in opposite directions, and trying to piece together all of the different locations from both streams was interesting.
It was an interesting seed because, like, getting the mirror as early as I did, it puts a lot more value on taking connectors because you can actually do things in the dark world, like mirror over to some light entrances. And I felt like everywhere I went, it would end in a connector that takes me to a place I actually wanted to be. That doesn't happen very often. So I think it took me like 3 or 4 trips to Kakariko to actually do all the entrances there because I kept getting
quite a few
lost in a connector.
Yeah, and once you find those threads,
to Kakariko too. So even if it's a bad connector that you don't want to go through, like a one-way or something, like you just save and quit back to Mountain Cave, and hey, you're back in Kakariko.
Yeah, really efficient there, and yeah, once you find those threads, you just want to keep pulling them. You know, while I'm here, you might as well clear as much as you can. Both of the two of you went back to Ganon's tower pretty quickly. Large number of checks there as soon as you found that hook shot and that hammer, which I believe you were missing the first time.
Right.
Yeah, interesting to it was the divergence was nice and interesting. Furious Magic finding that hammer within the first 10 minutes, going north of Kakariko quite early, or finding the drop down for the north of Kakariko quite early.
All right, yeah, that's why it took me so long because I kept getting sidetracked by connectors.
And Furious Magic crossed the line with an official racetime.gg time of 2 hours and 46 seconds. Let's get your GGs in chat for Furious Magic. And hopefully we'll get Furious Magic in here. It looks like they're getting ready to jump in.
GG, Furious.
Boy, I took the scenic route. It turns out pennants are bad. Who knew?
Yeah, those pennant dungeons didn't do you the service you needed today.
No, that's all right. I just want to give a chat a good old blind ped pull. That's all it was.
We really appreciate it. This is my second commentating time this week and the second blind ped pull, so I've been blessed.
No, yeah, this was an interesting scene. The Moon Pearl logic was something. You had to take like 3 connectors and whatnot, and that was pretty silly. But you know, fortunately we were able to do the bomb jump with the lamp and all to bypass that. But yeah, that was pretty disgusting.
Yeah, finding the lamp that deep as well in finding the lamp on the left and then having to go back to the right, and it was a crazy time at Ganon's tower. Both of you hitting that bomb jump pretty well as well. Definitely one that I'm not as good at.
Where was the right desert entrance?
That
one no, left. Where was left desert entrance?
It took you to the garbage desert entrance, the one that you can't, do anything with on the right, world. So,
the Death Mountain descent. Where was left though? Because the left entrance is the logical path to the fire rod.
No, the left entrance expect you at desert right.
Yeah, the exit from the inside of desert left.
Oh, you had to mirror to the right.
Yeah.
Yes. So you
I never found that. Where was that entrance?
So you get the bunny walk through Super Bunny to get to Dark Death Mountain, right? And then the Super Bunny top cave was a return mountain descent connector. I did. You have to follow that to get to Turtle Rock Bridge. You mirror there, and then you take the Spectacle Rock connector to Bumper Ledge.
Fun.
Always fun and Retrance.
Thank God for sequence breaks.
Yeah, I never found any Spectacle Rock Cave connector at all. Not even one.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you didn't.
Because I went through Super Bunny, like you say, and I saw the dark room. I'm like, okay, never mind, and I just leave. I'm done. And I never went back to that dark room ever.
No, yeah, I was curious. I also went up there without having to pull the dam, so that kind of sucks, you know. So I'm like, let's follow this, see where this goes, and it spat me out at the bumper ledge. I'm like, oh, look at that. That's cool logic. Thanks, game.
Yeah, I ended up getting my fire rod like super late.
Yeah, definitely you went into desert quite a bit after Furious did. We cleared that quite early in comparison.
Well, I didn't want to go to Village of Outcasts in front of Skull because I didn't have the fire rod.
Yeah, you're like, I need to have the fire rod before I get to the Dark World, so I'm just gonna wait on fire rod.
Right?
It just never shows up.
Yeah, I think I must have had like I had definitely had 2 pendants before I went to Village of Outcasts and saw that first desert connector.
Yeah, the thieves. Both of you went to Thieves Town without the map and full cleared that. Unfortunately, not much in there.
Thankfully, I found ice before I went to Village of Outcasts, so I couldn't do ice when I found it. And then when I got the fire rod, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go everywhere but ice.
Dang, the GT Vicky was in there. I'm like thinking, okay, maybe it's
Oh, no.
maybe it's not the climb. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
So I ended up getting to skip ice entirely, and my go mode was finding back of desert, Hera, and swamp.
Yes, actually finding.
I had 3 entrances for go mode.
But you had like all the medallions and whatnot, right? So you knew you were in Gumbo.
Yeah. Well, I had everything but Bombos, so I was just checking entrances, and I found Blind's Hideout, and so I found Bombos. So when I found Bombos, I knew I was definitely in go mode, but I knew I was probably in go mode before that.
Dang, that is a crazy route there. I wish I hit that. Instead, I just went, you know what? Oh, look at this. It's a dungeon. We can do it. Let's just do it.
Heckin' Ice Palace.
That was a bad idea, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
just the Silvers of the Cape hanging out in there, unfortunately. But hey, lots of checks. Definitely makes sense, right? When you enter there, if you have access to it, I mean, you're gonna full clear it at that point.
No, yeah. I mean, given like what I've done and all, 2 hours in doing all the dungeons is not bad. So I'll take that.
Yeah, both of you guys finishing with really great times. Koi with the sub 2 and you with just at 246s, especially in Retrances. It's quite a good time. I've never broken the 2 hours in an entrance shuffle, so I mean, for me, this is light speed.
Well, the secret is to just go to the places that had the things.
Oh, where the items are. Oh, that makes sense.
Well, it has to be the right items.
The right items at the right time.
You want to find like the Ganon Tower Big Key and go down this rabbit hole, right?
You climb if there's something up there. That's it. You don't climb otherwise.
It was Kakariko Well too. Like, as soon as I find out it's Kakariko Well, I'm like, okay, well, we're definitely gonna climb GT, and I just never found the Big Key.
Yeah, luckily for you, and luckily for Furious, not chasing that Big Key further. But yeah, GG's guys. Great race. Thanks for the fun that we had here on the restream. Getting up to some more randos for the rest of the night?
I'm gonna do yesterday's 12 days of Randomizer.
I was about to do this. I was about to do the true pot hunt. I'm like, this
You want to race it?
Oh, we could.
Yeah, let's make a room.
I love that. All right, well, you guys have fun with that. We'll sign off here. So, GG's to all of our runners. Thanks for watching, guys. GG's to Furious Koi on the restream. GG's to thanks for having Jake and Lady Laura here. Lady Laura pushing buttons. Really appreciate you guys, and shout out to the chat for keeping us in line when we'd forget the locations. But that's all here from Speed Gaming 5. We'll see you guys next time.